It's the 2022 Pleasureway Ontour 2.0. Come on! Welcome back. We are here at Ontour RV in Chilliwack, British Columbia today, right on Highway 1, so you know it's going to be noisy. But we get to show you the one and only Pleasureway Ontour 2.0. It's a 2022. She's already sold. They're getting more in, they say, but this is just how quick these things are going. We get to show it to you today. We're going to take you on a tour of the outside, then we're going to take you on the inside, but of course all of the housekeeping, and there's a mystery to be solved. As always, in the description, timestamp, currency converter, the research tool that we use, and of course the link if you'd like to buy us a coffee is down there, and we really appreciate it, Bob. Thanks. Just want to point out though that there's been a little mystery over here. It does size matter. You see, we made a mistake. In the last review we did, we left our coffee cups in the rig. When we realized that, we went back to get them, of course, our very important coffee mugs. Only Corey's was there. I mean, we all know why. So his was left behind, but my perfect, beautiful mug, the one and only with the Does Size Matter sticker on it, is gone. So there's some lucky person out there with the one and only mug. We want to solve the mystery. If it's you, if you know where that mug is, everyone be on the lookout for the Does Size Matter mug. So now I'm having to borrow this one. Nonetheless, thanks Bob for the coffee. We appreciate it.
I'd like to say there's also one really unlucky person who didn't have the pleasure of keeping this little jewel.
Okay, well, we all understand why it was left behind. Anyway, so if you know, if it's you, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, let's get on with taking a look at the Pleasureway. I will link at the end to the construction video of one that we've done previously, and we also have done a 2.2. This is the 2.0, so let's get on with it and have a look. Let's go up to the front, because of course that's where the motor is. Because this is a Class B. Super popular these rigs are these days because they're so maneuverable. They fit in everywhere. You do have everything you need in there. It's just in a super compact space. So it is on the Ford Transit chassis. And oh, look at what I found. A resource tool.
Oh, how handy.
So let me tell you all the specs about this Ford Transit chassis. It is the 2500 van chassis. It's a gas one, 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 with 310 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque. It's on the 148-inch wheelbase, which is what makes it different than the 2.2 that we have done previously. It's a 10-speed select shift automatic. 4-wheel disc brakes, the advanced track with roll stability. Woo, that sounds great. And it's got a whole bunch of other things that I'm going to tell you more about. Now, let's go down the driver's side and I'll show you everything that we know from there. We really like these Class Bs because they're just so compact and simple. They don't have slides. They are just easy. I could even drive one of these. Look at it. It's just like a van cab. I mean, it is a van. They've just built it out with all of the wonderful parts of an RV. We love the running boards. Pleasureway does a really good job of matching everything in, because remember, go to that construction video, but this just comes in as a van. It is. It's not like the B pluses where it comes in as a cab and chassis and then they put the house on. This is it. It comes in like this, and then Pleasureway builds out all these pieces and makes them look seamless and wonderful. So we love these kinds of things down here, and I want to show you in this one, it is actual outdoor storage where you can fit your sewer hoses, and then here's your hookup for your drain with your black and your gray, all hidden in there very nicely. So I love that. You get an outdoor shower. your utility center here. So this has got a switch for your propane, your cable, your city water fill, and your 30 amp connection. Oh, and I noticed that it is on a clip system if you want to hold it up. This van also has the Truma on-demand water system, hot water heater and furnace. So it's quite an efficient system, and from my understanding of those products, it should also be a quieter system. Pros and cons about the on-demand water system. Go to our pros and cons of the Airstream Nest and we talk about it there. It's nice to have on-demand water, but when you're boondocking, it can be a little bit finicky, let's say. So go watch that video. Okay, let's talk about tires here. What do we got? These are the Continental Van Contact AS. Anybody know exactly what that means? I'd love to have a tire guy on one day to learn all of that. It is a 235/65R16. C, has a C on there, something different. Look at these windows. Now, not every part of this is actual window that you're looking through, and we'll go take a look on the inside at what is. Some of them are just to make it match. Some of them are actually windows, frameless. So that's nice. Now, when you come around to the back of these vans, this is where it starts to shine, because in a small space, every little bit of airflow and light and all of that that you can get in is great. If you look up, you can see there's an AC here. I'll get you the details on that, as well as a backup camera if you need one. And let's take a look inside. First of all, these doors are super easy to manage, right? They're big, but they're not overly heavy. Ooh, let me get that out there. So they do kind of have a point where when you push them beyond, they're not going to come back in. Oh, here's a nice little spot to sit. You do get 4 seat belts so that you can bring passengers in. Let me move my bag. And I will also show you that you get some lithium ion batteries. I'll have to look and get you the details on the solar system. I believe there's 200 amp panels, and then I'll get you all the information on that. What do you think's in here?
It looks like a cover, like maybe a window cover.
Ah, okay.
Something like that.
Right. The other thing that this has is this screen. It's high up there, but once you climb up, you undo those 2 buckles and unzip it, and it then zips down all the way to here, so that you are completely screened in back here. So you can leave these doors open and you're not worried about bugs and that kind of stuff coming in, but you will get the airflow and the light. Because remember, once we get in there, I'll show you more, but this bed, this couch actually goes down into a bed. So it gives you sleeping or sitting area right beside these doors, which do have great windows in them. Kind of nice, right? And then moving down here, you do also get a receiver so that you can tow something. I will figure out how much weight it can tow, but you do have your plug-ins here for some type of trailer. So that tells us it's more than just a rack, like a bike rack or something. Okay, let's go this way. We've got plug-in here. These are lights. And this is where your water fill is, and you get more of the running boards along here. You also get a light above the main door with a nice electric awning that is going to not have arms down the sides. It'll just come out from the top, and I can't see the LED lighting in there, but you know it's got to have it, right? All right, let's take a look inside. So super easy and light to open that door. Oh, I'm gonna take my shoes off because it's sold, and they've detailed it and they've made it perfect for the buyer, and I'm not gonna mess it up. Come on. Welcome to my Ford Transit.
Oh, we're going in this way.
Yeah, well, the Ontour is on the Ford Transit chassis, And I wanted to show you all about the cab of that, because when I got in, I'm like, whoa, I could really drive this. So, I mean, it's got great running boards. It's easy to get in. These seats are perfect. Absolutely perfect. Like the way they're shaped, the back, the distance, the steering wheel, everything that I'd want to touch. The windshield is fabulous. This would be so simple for me to drive. One thing I did notice, if we're going to complain about something, is that the armrest is really high and it doesn't appear to adjust. I don't know that that's a make or break it. It really is not. So, I mean, I really like it. It's simple, it's easy, everything's right in front of me, and it's an automatic. I love it. I'm going to go check out the passenger seat now. Oh, found a problem. For me to pull this forward enough to reach the pedals, it's so tight up against here I can't get my leg through. So in order to go from the driver's seat into the house portion, I would have to push the seat back. Again, no big deal. Come on, over to the passenger side.
It could make in-transit seat changes a challenge though.
Yeah, well, we're probably not supposed to do that. Okay, so as a passenger, again, the arm rail is a bit high, but I've got lots of leg room. None of this banging up against the center console at all. See, what do we got up here? All's well. We got a little bit of storage stuff up there, but nothing significant. Yeah, I mean, it's good. The side window's good. And I can just pop into the back.
Get me a snack.
Or go pee.
Or that.
All right, so coming back to the house portion of this Ontour, I wanted to point out that here above the cab is some storage, but I noticed, because remember, I follow all the same people you guys do too, and watch everybody's adventures and how they do things. And I've noticed that some van lifers have been putting some sort of storage unit up here, and I just wanted to caution you on that in this rig, because there is airbags right here, so that's kind of important that you leave those out and available.
Put a cabinet there, you might get a cabinet in the head when your airbag goes off.
You may. So let's just leave those the way they're supposed to be. But looking up, you get lots of nice LED puck lighting. Here's your smoke detector, your vent for in the kitchen area, and that LED lighting goes all the way back to your AC. And of course that AC is going to work perfectly fine for this unit. And then if we go down, I can show you the vinyl flooring that is very nice. They do use a high quality vinyl in Pleasure Way because they can, because it's just such a small space, right? So you are getting a good quality product, and then you can see all of the heating ducts throughout the furniture, which are going to heat this just right. Okay, so into the big door opening, when the van door opens, you get all of this, which I absolutely love, like the airflow, the light, the indoor outdoor living. I love that. But you get, this is the same as at the back doors. This is another roll down screen that then zips up. But don't worry, it's not like you got to zip it and unzip it to get in and out. This side actually has a magnet system, so you zip it in place, and then these magnets hold it closed. And when you want to go in and out, you just separate the magnets. That's all there is to it. So I absolutely love that. Now I just want to show you how this big door works too. I'm just stepping out on the running boards here, and there's the little handle that you just flick, and then it's going to come in and shut tight. It really reduces the sound a lot. It's quite quiet in here. You do get this as another big window, and it's got a shade. So I like all that. Then, super easy to open. You just, oh my God, maybe not. There, sorry, I went the wrong way. Obviously, it's easy to open because even I can do it, right? There we go, right? And then it just stays like that. Then there's a large touch screen here to control everything that you're going to want to control. There's some electricity. There is a great mirror here, so I'm liking that. And then moving into the kitchen. Just like that, we're already in the kitchen. So let's start. First of all, the cabinets are super nice. The light decor in here with the dark countertops is super nice. They're very well built rigs. Get a little bit of storage in there. Now remember, I'm saying a little bit, but you're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting everything you need just in a little bit because it's a small rig. Okay, so here's a drawer. Just want to point out, it's not this big, it's only this big, but it's a nice drawer. You do get a high point microwave, small again, but in a great location. And another drawer, quite deep. All of these drawers are soft close. That's pretty nice, right? And then you move up to this very nice solid surface Korean countertop. And let's take a look at this. So first of all, this is so far away from a cutting board because it's just too beautiful. Problem is, so first of all, it's not a cutting board and I'm not going to cut on it. I'd have to put something else. I don't know where I put it when I take it out. Got to find a spot for that. There's no flip up at the end here, which I really wish there was. And then you get this beautiful stainless-like one-piece undermount square sink, and it really is nice. I mean, this is a bigger sink than what I've seen in some trailers. So very nice, but I'm not sure you need a giant sink in a rig this size. Maybe you do. Let me know if you're a van lifer out there. Maybe you do. Super nice tap sprayer. I like the height of that. You get a one burner induction, so that'll be electric, which isn't a problem in this rig. Cooktop and LED lighting, lots of LED lighting. More small, but there's cupboard space there on the struts, so I'm liking that. Then let's go over to this side of the kitchen where you get I believe it's a 3.2 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator. So it does have a bit of a freezer, but it's going to be the same kind as that Nest that we reviewed. So go back and take a look at the pros and cons of that. Now this one seems a little bit lower because I was actually able to see in there, where in that Nest I couldn't even see barely. So anyways, nice fridge, 12 volt. Coming down from that is a bigger drawer and a second, not quite as big, but still nice sized drawer. Again, all in the soft close. The heat ducting is through the furniture here, so I like that. And then the thing that makes this rig usable by Corey and I, you get a actual wet bath. Holy cow.
Did the door hit it?
Mental note, when you're opening this bathroom door, it actually hits the detector there and sets off quite an alarm.
They might want to put a stopper maybe on the ceiling for the door.
Yeah, you should. Just put something in the way so that this doesn't bang onto that. But I do want to show you in here, so let's hope.
Go easy. Hopefully your cameraman doesn't bump the door.
Let's go in the wet bath. Okay, so it's a small space. This is a small rig, so you're getting a small wet bath, but you get a bath in this rig, so I really appreciate that. So I'm standing in the shower. This is as big as it's gonna be. It's up there. You're getting LED lighting in here. You've got a rack, towel rack there. You get a curtain, but it only goes across in front of the doorway. So it doesn't wrap around everything. So I do have a few concerns about that. Also up here, you're getting quite a nice mirror and shower and taps. These are actually superior fixtures. No sink. That's always such a bummer for us. I really do. Maybe that's why they have the bigger sink in the kitchen, so that I can brush my teeth and have dishes in there. I don't know. Anyways, the other thing then, because that curtain only goes across here, all of this is going to get wet. And it doesn't, seem all that different than the rest of it. So I don't know. It is well caulked. It's caulked absolutely everywhere. So, you know, I'm assuming they've tested these things to see if they are gonna handle water. You get this little rack here, which I do like because you could put bottles and things along here. Moving down, you do get the one-piece base, and then it goes up to these walls where, again, it's super well caulked. And then you move into a porcelain foot flush toilet, which I'm quite comfortable on. It's not that extra raised high toilet that sometimes we see in a wet bath. I don't see any toilet paper holders, so plan for that. Honey, can you get me the toilet paper? You've all probably been there. But of course, if you leave it in here, it's bound to get soaked by the shower, right? So, and I will get you all the numbers on tank size and that kind of thing. But nonetheless, this is giving us that feature that we love. Just be careful of the alarm there. Okay, now I'm going to switch you sides so I can show you back here. Welcome back. We are now in the more living area of the rig, and there's a few different things because, of course, this is a really versatile space. Up here is another storage compartment, so that's nice. I don't know when I'm going to fit up there, but I promise you something's going in there because I would use every single bit of the space in here. And then here is a closet storage. So it's nice to have closet storage in a rig this size. And I'm seeing these pieces, which I believe will be the pieces that you use to finish off the bed, which is also a very nice bed. Ow, shoot, that pinched my hand.
But softly though, right?
Yeah, right. Okay. So moving back, there's a few things I want to show you. First of all, this is an ultra leather in a creamy, buttery color, which is super nice. It's just bright and airy in here and comfortable. So you've got 2 seating areas and you've got the lagoon table, right? So it's on the base that moves around all over the place. So we could sit on either side of this, but I want you to see that. Let me show you over here. If I were to sit on this side of the table, I would only get to sit like this before I'm up against the TV. Like there's barely enough width here from the TV to the edge of the seating spot for my butt. So just a thought on that. But not a big deal, right? Corey and I would just sit like this. We'd pull this lagoon table around like so.
You must adjust up and down as well. Right?
Yeah, must. Maybe we'd sit more like, I don't know, but
We'd
you get the
figure it
point.
out.
You can move this table in really any direction. And yes, probably you can change the height as well. So that one person could sit there, one person can sit here. We could work back here, we could eat back here. We would have extra things in order for us to both work. It would do. This would totally do. So once you've got the lagoon table out of the way, it's all good. Just so you know as well, under this seat is some good storage area, so I like that. Under this seat on this side is access to water heater and electrical and things like that. Also down here is more electrical and there's more heat ducting. So I like all of those things. And then, come on back. It's pretty spacious, comfortable. We've got lovely windows. They just roll out with this. This is the only opening part here. And this is the only opening part here. So remember from outside how it was just so, it seemed like such huge windows. It really isn't. It's just these small ones, but that's okay, right? What do we get for blinds? Rollers. Decent roller shades. Got lots of LED lights. More electrical there. and 12 volt over here. Do we got anything under here? Oh, more 12 volt down here. And then you do have the seat belts so that passengers can actually sit here safely. So that's nice. I'm just going to show you up before I pull the bed out. I'm going to pull the bed out for you. Check out all of this storage, right? All on struts and on both sides, right? That's a lot. For a rig this size, that is great. And you get the AC and the LED. And look at this. I can just stand in one spot and access everything. I can reach everything. Plus you've got, remember, the big doors, and there is a blind for those as well. How's that? So I like all of these things, and everything in here is going to be techier than me. That's what it boils down to. There's a screen, you can touch it, it all comes to life. And watch this. Focus over here while I show you this. Push of a button. Okay, so now we have a bed. Now, frankly, I think we would probably just sleep in this, don't you?
Yeah, probably.
I do. Now you can, this space here where your table is, the table can come out. You can put those pieces down here, move the cushions in, and have a gigantic bed. So I guess when Courtney came, well, I don't think Tanner's ever going to fit in here. The point is, for Corey and I, we would probably just put this down and use this as a bed without having to make the rest of it up. Here's my challenge. That was super easy. You gotta love that for making down a bed. But we would end up, and maybe most van lifers are, just in sleeping bags or something like that, because this would be kind of a bugger to try and put sheets on and all that.
You could, if you're just having a bite to eat and stuff in here, you still have a place to do that with the bed made up.
Good point.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, you could leave the bed made up and still eat and work and do all that. You just
Especially
wouldn't.
if you're just using that portion of the bed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're a solo traveler or just a couple like us that doesn't need to make it up all the time, you absolutely could. So here's my dream. And if any of you are out there thinking about van life, I know that you're thinking about all those pictures on Instagram where, you know, the sexy girl is laying over here with her rear end hanging out. That's not going to happen in this video. But the part about that I really do love, and really is true for van life, is you could open these doors, you could put that screen down, you could wake up in the morning just like that. Like, honestly, that would be fantastic. You're just not getting any butt shots on this channel.
At least they're not being filmed.
Yeah, we don't do that kind of channel here. So that is everything. What's the Cracker Barrel factor? Perfect. It is, right? Everything is all compact in here. Oh, I don't know if we showed you, but there is a 24-inch TV here as well. So you could sit back here and we could, what are we watching these days? Arrested Development? That is hilarious. Okay, so that's our Netflix recommendation that we would be watching on this TV. It would be so great. Wow. We need to rent one of these and try it out. That would be
We
fun.
need to talk to Pleasure Way.
That would be super fun, right? If we could go on a little trip like we did in the Nest,
Yeah.
do some pros and cons, I would love that, because this is a very cool rig. So that's everything on that. Let's take a look at the numbers. Now for the numbers on the 2022 Pleasureway Ontour 2.0. I really like this one. The length, bumper to bumper, 19 feet 8 inches. The exterior height, including the AC, is 10 feet. The exterior width with the mirrors extended, good idea so you don't rip them off, 8 foot 1.5 inches. The interior height, you guys, you tall people out there are gonna love this, 6 foot 6 inches. How's it feel for you?
I've Adequate.
Adequate. Okay, so Corey's giving this one a thumbs up. Okay, fresh water is 25 gallons. Gray is 15 gallons and black is 11 gallons. Propane has 12 gallons. Let's see what else. Okay, so that towing capacity was 2,200 pounds. The wheelbase, as I mentioned, 148 inches. The gross vehicle weight is 9,000 pounds. And then it's telling me the gross cargo weight rating is 11,200. But the difference between those two then would be what the 2,200 that it can tow. So I'm not really sure about how much you can put in here. So I'm going to work on that some more, see what I can find for you. Just so you know, you got to do some looking around in these, but in the closet here was the numbers that are talking about cargo carrying capacity. The way this one's worked out, they took the gross vehicle weight, they took an average of weight for 4 people, and then they also included it with fresh water, and in the end it came out with around 385 pounds of cargo carrying capacity. So obviously that's going to change a little bit for you depending on how many people you have in here and that kind of thing. So check it out. This bed makes into a 68 by 78 inch, so that would be if you put in that extended part that Corey and I probably wouldn't. All right. The TV is 24 inches. There are dual 100 amp hour Eco-Ion Earth Smart lithium batteries. So that's what we showed you at the back there. It has a 2.8 kilowatt Onan generator with an automatic start. 80 amp lithium charger, 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, the 200 watt solar panel package. That AC in the roof was 11,000 BTUs. And then there's that all-important number here at O'Connor RV in Chilliwack, BC. This rig came in on the sale price at $159,900. But remember, you can't have it because it's already sold to some lucky person. But they tell me there's more coming in, so that will be very cool. If this is something you want to check out, the link will be in the description for them. Also, don't forget the links at the end here, which will take you to the construction of the Pleasureway Ontour, and of course you can come along on an adventure with us. If we provided you with any value at all, or maybe even a little bit of entertainment, you can click the link below and buy us a coffee, because we really appreciate that. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. The one thing I can tell you about this rig for sure, without a doubt, is you will not sleep through the alarm. It's super loud. So we hope you've had a good time hanging out with us today. Thanks for watching.